Always good to catch up with Kerry Madsen, back kind of home. You probably got a few homes. I'm going to call Western Australia part of your home, Kerry, because you've got a few these days. World Series sprint cars had lots of speed, started to break through towards the end, second in the championship, and really great result for your crew chief this year.
Yeah, it was a fun year. The car was quick every night, consistently. Unfortunately had 2 DNS and a flat tyre, and that probably derailed the points championship plans. But we took it to the last race, and unfortunately, really quick the first night, but track got within one lap, couldn't do much after that. And the second night, we actually had a great race car and had a DNF with a parts failure. Just really pleased with how quick we were every night, and how quick we could, sometimes we'll be a little off, and how quick Matt and I could overcome that and get the car straight up to speed for the next race.
The car, not that it's got anything to do with performance, but geez, it looked mean this year. I remember back in the early days in your career when you were happy just to get in the car and wheel whatever you could, and when you look at this bad boy, there's not many in the world as cool as this one. Yeah,
well, this old story, you can't see what they look like when you're driving them, but I can tell you it's pretty fun to climb into it and see the pictures. It's a beautiful machine.
Absolutely. You know what this race means to this family. The Krikke Boys Shootout is something that's truly special, and after 23 years, it's one of the most iconic races in Australia, Kerry.
Yeah, I've won it a couple of times, and it really is. It's one of the big blue ribbon events for us for the Australian season. It's a fun race to come to. There's no point. It's just go hard, try to win it, and a little bit added pressure with Krikke Motorsports, obviously, and the whole Krikke family here in Bunbury, WA. But we ran second last year, so it'd be great to get these guys a victory.
Absolutely. Kerry, you just peeled off all the different results you had, and you knew exactly where you didn't finish and where you did finish. The amount of races you've done over the years, do you have a pretty good memory with a lot of that stuff?
You remember the good ones and forget the bad ones. It's like golf. Remember the good shots and forget the bad ones. But I don't know. I can't remember. My short-term memory's terrible. I can't remember much, but I remember set-up combinations and finishes for sure.
Now, you and Ryan were actually sort of mates back to the mid-90s, around 95, 96, something like that, when you guys travelled to the States together. That's kind of how far back you go with this team.
Yeah, you don't really realise how a lot of everyone that's been in the sport for a while, how quick time has flown, and you think, say in the mid-90s, you think at the time it was pretty recent, and then you look back and you're like, that was nearly 23 years ago, so yeah. It's amazing, but I guess that's a fortunate thing of being in a sport that you love and you love to do, and just can't believe how quick the years go by.
When do you go back to America, and when do you race when you get back?
Sunday night, so I'm looking forward to going home. Should be in Des Moines by Monday night, and we'll start in 2 weeks in Texas, and we'll pick up with the Outlaws, and then got a pretty robust year planned ahead. Got a great great team, and looking forward for a great year there.
Kerry, you're hands-on, much more hands-on back home in the States with your own team, I would imagine, day to day. What's it like when you're here in Australia? How do you fill your day in?
I usually try to be a little more hands-off, to be honest, because you want to be micromanaged, and you got good people on your teams. You let everyone do their job, but I usually, the last month's been terrible, but I usually like to sort of make sure I get some workout in, and I'm always hanging around the race car. I like to spend as much time with the crew guys as I can. That way, almost like in a debrief fashion, we can talk about last night or what's coming up, and it seems like the more time you spend together with each and every one of you, it just seems to pay off down the road.
Is there a danger in overanalyzing things and looking back too much at stuff? Do you have to sort of let some races go?
For me, there is, for sure. You can come up with some real wild stuff, and you go out there and you're second off the pace, and all of a sudden you jam the standard stuff back in, and you're straight where you were. But so definitely. I do have found the more everyone discusses stuff, and you just get into the little details, that's the difference between winning and losing sometimes.